See if everything is working like it should. That does not look right. Nope, I'm afraid you are second, Borna. But hello, all people. That is that's annoying. The live chat window is supposed to be at the very corner, but there's some space in between. I'll have to try and fix that later. That's stupid. I am not very used to this whole OBS thing. At least it's better now than it was last time. Just a plain black background. Oh, we at least got some almost plain background going with some chat. So it's gonna the fuck, is he Swedish? Yes, I am Swedish. You are the best. That is also true. I am the best and Swedish. How are you? I am bored and tired, which is why I'm doing this. I have no real purpose of doing this right now. Not sure if a lot of streamers do, like all the people I subscribe to whenever they stream, it's just for no apparent reason. So what's this live stream supposed to be for? It's, I don't know, but there's probably a delay, so maybe that has already been explained, but yeah, it's literally nothing. It's just me doing it because I felt like it. I was watching another person's stream and I felt like, I want to do that too now. I want to see if I can do better than last time. That live chat thing is really irking me. It should be more to the side. Can I move it in real time? Is that gonna do anything? Guess I'm gonna have to wait for it to update. Why no face cam? For the same reason that I've never ever made a video with my face. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's stupid. I'll have to fix that later. Maybe it's just not... Maybe the freaking program is not aligned to my aspect ratio. Oh well. So we came to chill a bit, huh? Yes, we did, Lawmaster. I don't know why you were here, but that's why I'm here. The video is a bit blurry, huh? I can't really tell right now, because, well, I'm not really viewing it. I could try to full screen it up. Yeah, it is kind of blurry. Yeah, that's really hard to read. Will you ever try to fight your depression? Yeah, that is kind of what I have been doing all this time. It's, it's not like I've just been sitting here doing nothing about it for over a year now. Don't say you're gonna give up on YouTube. I'm kind of not doing it. I think I'm giving up on it less now than I have for a long time. Your face cam is off sync. What's face cam? I mean, I know it's convincing, but that thing in the middle is not actually my face, it's the drawing. Lots of Spanish people in the chat. I don't like that. I don't like Spanish. I am I don't know where I was going. I have bad associations with Spanish since Spanish class in school. Blah. Do you still play Minecraft? Occasionally. Doing it less and less. Prefer other games. I guess gonna have to work harder to beat the last live chat. There's a lot of shit posting going on right now. Have you seen a new Power Rangers movie? Nope, and I don't think I will. Have zero interest in Power Rangers. Which team are you on? PC Master Race or the Console Peasants? PC Master Race. Like, the only time I use any kind of console is with Nintendo, because every port, like every PC port for Nintendo games is, at least Zelda, they're always garbage. You can't play Zelda on your PC, at least not the later ones where you gotta have like motion controls and shit. But yeah, PC is great. We have mods and legal downloads. So there's a Swede here asking about my depression, although they're calling it anxiety. I mean, it's going better, I guess. I had a dip down a few days ago, and I'm still kind of in that dip down, but not doing as well as I did a few days ago, but doing better than yesterday. Why does your voice sound different? I don't know. Maybe I got something in my throat or something. I mean, I never really noticed any difference in my voice, because I don't even hear it the way you do. Probably gonna take a few more streams before I figure out everything, because it's still pretty shitty resolution, and live chat is pissing me off. We need mods for people like you. Oh, like moderators, yeah, probably, but I'm nowhere near professional enough for shit like that. Maybe I will get some of those eventually. But then I first need people that I can trust, and I trust like 2 people, and neither of them are moderators, because otherwise they would be. Oh, in the Christmas video your voice sounded higher. Yeah, that's because I was faking excitement, or maybe I was excited, I don't remember. But yeah, I was kind of doing some shit with my voice to like make it sound goofy and shit, which I stopped doing because I don't like the sound of it. I'm not a goofy person. I'm dull and bitter and I don't know. Do I draw my life? I'm still not sure what that is. If it is what I think it is, then I've considered doing something like that, but not until I actually am at a state where I like my own YouTube channel. What are you drinking? Water. It's really only because I'm doing this stream thing. It's probably good to have something to not dry up your throat. Kind of feel like I should have a game or something to play just to have the background a bit more exciting. Like, it's infinitely more exciting now than last time, but still not proud of it. Still not perfect. Why is your videos all about scary stuff now? They are? I think that dice game thing I did was not very scary. I mean, at least not on the... Oh no, I'm not supposed to be talking about that. I don't know. I mean, if you mean like... If you're referring to when I was doing horror reviews, then that's way, way back. And I don't really think that's now. If you just mean these videos where I'm like... I don't know, depressed and whatever, then... Well, it's because I'm depressed. Have you ever gotten drunk? Nope. I don't really see the point of it. I can achieve similar states without having to poison myself. That makes it sound like I'm really against people who drink, but I'm not. Drink as much as you want. I thought your Minus Bane video was really good and creepy. Oh, thank you. Like, out of all my freaking Minecraft videos, it's definitely one of my top 3 of the ones I hate the least. Might be because it's also the newest, so it best aligns with my mindset at the time, or my mindset now. Are you answering questions or something? Yes, I am answering questions in the chat because, I don't know. I'm really only trying to talk to people in the chat, and questions are so far the most interesting things that are popping up. But if you want to talk about something that's not a question, then let's do that instead. Okay, can see this person is gonna have to go on a timeout because they're not saying anything useful. Let's see, put user in timeout. Yay! Hooray for fascism! Out of all your videos, which one do you consider the best one you've ever done? I think in my channel's current state, it would more be like the least terrible one. And yeah, I'm not sure. Definitely one of the more recent ones. I think that's how it is for most YouTubers. They look back at what they've done and they just hate it. That's how it is with most things, really. If you draw, then you look back at your old drawings and you cringe. If you write, then you look back at your old writing things and you cringe. Are you gay? Why does that keep coming up? I mean, I know it was kind of a shitposting meme a few years ago, but aren't we past that? Isn't it now stuff like traps aren't gay, or are they? Which, by the way, they are. But no, I'm not gay. I think I'm definitely not gay, actually, because I like girls, so I'm at the very least bisexual. But as far as I know, I am not that either. You should do a crossover. That would be nice if anyone wanted to do a crossover with me. Which I'm gonna strive to be worthy of by doing well on YouTube, and then maybe reach out to people. Because one of the best moments in my YouTube career was definitely when Falconer offered me to have a freaking cameo and Noob Adventure stuff was fun. I want to do stuff like that. Like, I look at a lot of YouTubers I watch and I'm like, oh, I really wish I could do a video with those guys. But I can't because I'm not really on their radar. I'm not really on anyone's radar for such a big channel, really. Do you ever play online with other people? Rarely. I don't really like online games that much, like MMOs and shit. And when I play MMOs, I play them like single player games. But I do play with my friends occasionally. I have to leave because it's late where I am, but before that I want to say I am a fan of your work and will always support you in the future. Hope you catch your next stream. I hope you do, I guess. You are at least more eloquent than the average person here. So much fun to be shitting all over your audience, especially when you got so little of them that actually watch your stuff. Or well, interact with you on this level at least. It's beautifully self-destructive. I'm in school watching this, by the way. Why are you doing that? You should be studying. I'm just kidding. Don't study, watch my video. School sucks. I learned the most of stuff out of value when I just out of the stuff I learned outside of school. Like, really most of the useful stuff I learned in school was in the first few years, because then they were actually teaching you stuff that school knows how to teach and is important to know, like writing and reading and math and shit. But pretty much everything else, like, I don't know, history and whatever, that's school is not good at that. It's not really necessary either. If you're interested in history, you're gonna read up on it anyway. And if you aren't, then you're not gonna, in most cases, you're not gonna have much use for that. I'm gonna stop rambling because now things are passing by. Let's see. I hope the chat is not mean to you. I mean, some of them seem to be mean, but I don't really care. I'm more just disappointed than anything. Irish school system for the win. We be smart, boy. I actually got an Irish friend, and she really dislikes the system, and from what I've heard, it does seem like pretty trashy. I don't know, maybe it's different. Stop spreading hate, people, it's just rude. Without hate there couldn't be love. What is this MCPE people keep mentioning? I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, Minecraft pulled some shit again. Oh, Pocket Edition, I see. I don't know, I never used that. Why should I? It's just a shitty port because if a game gets popular, then it always has to be ported. Like, Minecraft isn't a fucking console game, nor is Terraria, but they're popular, so they need to be on console. Because reasons. Have you ever been to any conventions? Nope. Firstly, because I just don't like conventions. I don't like crowds of people and shit like that. And yeah, I have just there's never really been any convention to which I could go to, I guess. Like, I mean, I've never been invited to any of those fucking YouTube conventions for good reason. But yeah, never been any that I'm interested in going to that I can go to, and never been any that I'm interested in going to that I couldn't. Yeah. What is up with all of these self-answering questions? Do you like Minecraft? No, I made all those Minecraft videos despising Minecraft. Such a fucking terrible game. But, you know, you gotta get those views, and Minecraft videos get views. Actually, I can imagine a lot of people doing just that. Never mind. How many do we have now? 26. It seems to average between 20 and 30 people. In a way, that's nice, because then you don't have too many for it to be constant flood of messages, but on the other hand, there's not a lot of people that, like, if all of them suck, then you can't really hope that you're gonna get any more. I don't know. I'm really bad at talking on the fly. Give me some time to write and I'll probably put together something good, but talking with my mouth, it's not very good. Okay, so now my friend who's watching this stream is telling me to mute some people. Why not? I mean, I am strict against censorship, but meh. It's only to make sure that no ideas is seen as a bad idea and is blocked out of the open market of ideas. Shutting out some people just because they're shitposting that's okay. Do you ever get any nice comments or emails on your videos? Eventually, I guess. I mean, not eventually, that's not... occasionally is the word I was looking for. I mean... Where was I? Yeah, I mean, I think most YouTubers do, no matter how despicable they are. To me, it's more like if they are genuine or not, and I mean, they can be genuine, but still not really mean anything, because people have a tendency to say things that they mean, but I'm too tired to talk about that. Let's see what else there is here. Shout out to Willcraft. Yeah, he is. I have been subscribed to him for 11 years now. Are you rich? Nope. I mean, if you look at current wealth versus expenses, I guess I'm rich, but that's because I don't really have any expenses left, because I'm still a loser living with my parents, since I'm kind of at that age where you're still living with your parents but you're able not to, but you're still doing it because you just don't really have just not really enough time yet. How's your mental state? Are you still depressed? Yes, I am. I think it's gotten better though, but I never really dare to say for sure because it goes up and down. It recently went down, but hello, Eclipse. Let's see here. Just gonna look at the statistics, but not because there's not anything interesting going on in chat. Yeah, viewers are looking up, messages are looking down. Yeah, this is why I need something to do in the background, like playing a game or something, because if I entirely depend on chat, then if the chat is shit, then I can only sit here in silence. And currently the chat is shit, which is kind of to be expected. You usually don't turn to the live chat on a YouTube stream for some spiritual enrichment. Why you don't make animations? Go watch one of the, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos I have on that before you watch this one. I'm not doing it. Just out of curiosity, why do you wear a gas mask? Because I like gas masks. I like masks in general. What do you think about current politics? Politics where? World politics or in a specific country? In Sweden or the US or I don't know. Which one? US politics maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think that just US in general are pretty shit with their politics. The democracy is a fucking joke. Hey, choose between this choice or the other choice. Both suck, but you have to choose one. There's no third option. Technically there is, but that's not gonna work out for you. And what do you know? It's not really working out. Like if you are given two terrible options and you get one terrible option, then that's gonna be a terrible situation. I'm honestly not really sure, like I don't really have as good a perspective anymore about what's currently going on. I just know it's just, today there's some shit, today there's some shit, today there's some shit. I haven't really been keeping updated on news for a long time. I got a few news sites that I like to read to stay updated and get different perspectives, but I just don't really have the energy to do that anymore. But yeah, as expected, that Trump guy is not doing very great. Of course, Hillary wouldn't have either. As I said, I'm not really sure about what's actually going on. I think there's some shit about him trying to ban weed again or something. I don't know. Politics, what is that? Never heard about that bullshit. You probably should before you're of voting age, unless you're in a country with a dictatorship or something where you can't vote. Kind of the reason you get such shitty politicians and politics systems, because when you let the masses decide and the masses don't know shit, then you get some terrible politicians in charge. I mean, the whole election situation in US was just so cringe-worthy to sit and watch from a distance. It was funny, but it was also terrible. Do you like food? No, I hate it. I only drink water. Of course I like food. Who doesn't like food? Probably some people don't like food, but generally food is kind of nice. It's part of the human design. Eating is pleasurable to stimulate our primal ass brains into saying, oh, this is good, we need to do this more. Because we don't know what starving is, or at least we're not supposed to know. We kind of gotten further than nature expected us to. What will you do if World War III happens? It depends how it happens or where it happens. Maybe I won't be touched by it. Maybe it will be somewhere south of me and I don't never have to worry about it. Knowing how Sweden likes to behave though, I'm pretty sure we would be involved, indirectly at least. But I don't know, I guess if things got really shitty where I lived, I would just go somewhere safe, and if things stay the same where I was, I would just watch it from a distance. Okay, so now we've got someone who I guess is trying to tell us what Trump's been doing, cutting funding of the environmental protection agency saying what he has promised will happen sometime, but he's not sure when. Didn't deliver 80% of the things he promised he would by now. I thought he was like really doing the things he said he would. It's just that they weren't necessarily good things, but that's kind of what I predicted. I mean, he has been pretty open about the not really being too informed about the environment or whatever. Like, he's an American president who he does shitty things. Don't really see him as any better or worse than most of the others. They kind of average as terrible person who should not be in charge of an entire country. What's we got? What made you want to start doing monster school? At least that's a question about that topic that I don't feel like directly tossing aside. I don't know, I had an idea I wanted to do it, and it seemed more marketable than Adventures at the time, and wouldn't you know, it was. It really fucking was. How long have we been going for? Half an hour. I guess we could go for another half hour. So Kevin is back. Everyone say hi to Kevin right now. No one's saying hi to Kevin. Apparently I don't have the kind of power over my audience as most YouTubers do. That's disappointing, but accounted for. Did you ever get a YouTube play button for getting over 100,000 subs? I have not gotten a single play button. Not I think I should have had like 2 or 3 by now. I don't really know when you get them, but I never gotten them. I don't know if it's something like you gotta apply for, or if maybe I have gotten them, but I typed in like a false address when I made my account, and it just instantly sent it to my address, which wasn't my address, and some random people has all those things, which would kind of suck. But I don't really think I've earned those play buttons, so if it's something you apply for and I just can't get them at any time, I'm gonna get them when I feel like I deserve them. Which is why I don't really know how you get them, because I haven't checked yet, because I'm not really interested in getting one yet. Silver at 100k, gold at 1 mil, right? I'm pretty sure there's one for 500, but I'm not sure. I'm just looking around at my computer for something interesting to talk about. I'm thinking of doing a reading of something. I don't know. Some people said I should do that, and I thought, why not? What the hell is this live stream? You just said it yourself. It's a live stream. I even got in the description that it doesn't really have any apparent goal or intention or theme. The theme is that I read your stuff and you entertain me. Still don't really know like how much delay there is in the chat and between the chat and me talking. It's kind of the main turn off I have with this whole stream business. Just this awkward delay all the time. Are you writing a book? Please tell title so we'll buy. I am writing a book, but it doesn't have a title, nor is it buyable. If it was ready to be sold, then I would have shilled it on my channel already. Maybe you should get into reading creepypastas. Your voice would be great for it. I don't like creepypastas. They're silly. Might read some Lovecraft though. I've got a book about Lovecraft that I haven't finished yet. I don't think anyone should hate you. That's nice, but I think I should be hated. Not just out of some self-critical thing. What is that saying again? I don't know, something about if you're not hated by anyone, then you're doing something wrong. I don't know. I just like the idea of having some people liking me and some people hating me. That means I'm at least pissing some people off, and I like that. I'm kind of a provocateur. No matter what, I will never hate you. That's also nice, but shouldn't promise that shit. Partly for your own sake. You don't want to follow someone blindly if they go completely down the drain. I mean, I've seen some YouTubers that seemed like nice people to begin with, and then over time they probably just out of natural personality development, they just became really terrible people. Have you ever gotten into 2D animation? I've tried it once or twice, but the problem is that I can't draw at all, so that's kind of a brick wall immediately. So I gave up on it pretty fast. I can't super chat. Yeah, I put that in myself because I think that's a terrible feature. I don't want people paying me just so they can talk to me. If you want to talk to me, then you can just say what you want to say. Probably comes through. There's not a lot of people in here. Super low audio. You're the first to complain, so either everyone else has shut up about it or your volume is low. Why is everyone talking about Slam account now? Did I miss something? Do you have to scroll back up here? You should beg for money online like all the cool people do now. I'm too much of a hipster to do what the cool kids are doing. It's really weird how everything being said in the last chat seems to be echoing here. Now I just got one person suggesting a Patreon and one person talking about Outlast 2. No, I haven't tried Outlast 2 and I'm not gonna, because they bent over to Australia's censoring bullshit and I can't endorse that. I saw the changes they made and it was just so fucking wussy. What's the point of making a horror game if you have to censor the scary shit because some whiners force you to? How in the world do you live stream? I only have a phone. By not only having a phone. Computers, they're good for live streaming. Well, what do you exactly want to talk about? I don't know. If I had something specific in mind, I would probably have made it more explicit. But no, I have no idea. Should probably have some kind of theme for next time, because I'm realizing that trying to rely on the chat for just as a source of this video, that's not a good idea. I'm also still just doing this to like figure out how streaming works, like how you talk during stream properly, because I don't talk to people in general in real time, so I'm not really used to doing this, so I'm kind of practicing that. I was trying to have a good setup, so I've gone from a black screen to a almost black background with a freaking live chat window that is not in the corner where it should be. Do you hate FNAF sister locations as much as the previous games? Blech. Who cares about FNAF anymore? I don't think I've seen anything about sister location because I was just so bored of that shit by then. Like, the guy's just reaching for straws. I think this is the first time I hear anything about FNAF in months, which I like to keep it that way. The 15 minutes of shame is gone now. Best you can do is ignore it. Have you tried VR? No. I don't intend to maybe doing it if, first of all, I can have the economic stability to actually do so properly without this being way too much of an investment. And also I'm waiting for the technology to get better. The walking thing is mostly what irks me. I want to be able to walk. And I'm assuming that that's pretty far into the future. Probably gonna be pretty clunky too. This channel isn't really the place for intelligent discussion. Yeah, I can tell. Got some kids here and a depressed guy running the show. Yeah. I don't know, I don't have anything else to turn to. At least not right now. Probably stream more often if I had literally nothing else. Oh, come on, don't let the kids watch you. I guess not. I'm just kind of generalizing here. I mean, I can't really turn to my, like, age statistics to see how many kids there are watching me, because, well, technically kids aren't supposed to be on YouTube, which I think is really fucking stupid. They always try to make it so kids-friendly, but you need to not be a kid to make an account. Fucking retarded. But yeah, I'm still pretty sure that most of the people in my audience are kids. I'm not really sure how much of a percentage of the people that more actively watch me are though. I mean, the most school people definitely are mostly kids. But most school people don't really watch this stuff. You can kind of tell in the difference in views. So what do you plan on doing next on this channel? I plan on getting my shit together so I can do actually good content. Until then I'm just gonna keep doing shit like this as practice. So you're all gonna have to endure me doing these boring ass videos. If you wanna... I mean, nothing is making you do it, of course. You don't have to endure it. But at least people here seem to want to. So, have fun with that, I guess. I'm really out of brain power. Should probably stop this soon. I'm not saying anything useful. I'm turning into the chat. So savage. Well, sounds great and your vids aren't boring. Guess that's good. If people think so. I don't really know, I got kind of a biased perspective on it, so I can't really look at it. Bye, Marvin. Wonder what games I could play to make the stream more interesting. It had to be something pretty brain dead, so I don't have to focus too much on it. Yeah. Not really liking the idea of doing let's play streams anyway. I mean, it's more of a background thing, as I said, just to fill in the void. But I don't really have any games like that, I believe. Just games that require active brain function, which is not really what's for me right now. Maybe I could play Spore. Just putting together random shit, running around with it while I'm talking to people. Spore is fun. It's a fucking shadow of what it could have been, and I hate that, but it's fun for what it is. What did you use to make the background pic? I used another person. I didn't make it. A friend of mine made it. I love Spore too. Yeah, it's good. But again, it's just like, if you know what, like if you've seen the things that were planned for it but were cut out for various reasons, that's just, it's heartbreaking. It's a fucking, I don't even know what to describe it, what it is right now. I want a remaster of Spore. Well, I guess a spiritual sequel. That would be great. I have to use public transport for 30 minutes every day. That sounds terrible. I do not envy you. Before I dropped out of high school, I had to ride the bus during winters, and wasn't very fun either. Fucking people. Like, I swear, the one bus line that I was riding with had the worst kind of people. Not really the worst kind of people, then it would be a bus full of serial killers and rapists, which would make at least for an interesting trip. But yeah, just a bunch of really unpleasant people to be riding a bus with. Do you like any sports well? Yes, if sitting on your ass doing nothing and just sitting on your computer is a sport, then I do. Not any movement though. How do you feel about Undertale? I know you kinda don't like fandoms, but what do you think of it as a game? Yeah, Undertale fandom kinda killed it for me. I kinda waited until it died down, but I'm still playing it. I actually, like, I don't know, 2 days ago started doing the genocide run. So far I'm pretty disappointed in it, but overall, like, prior to that, I thought the game was really great. I think it's really impressive how it uses game mechanic storytelling. I'm all about that shit, and it's done so rarely. And it has a lot of attention to detail. At some points it kind of spills over into gimmicky, like feeling gimmicky, but overall I think it's a if I was a person who used that freaking 10 that freaking scale on 10 system, I'd probably give it a 7 or 8 thus far. As I said, not a big fan of the genocide run currently. It feels a bit too preachy for my liking, and just kind of annoying. I'm at Undyne currently, and I was annoying as fuck. Like, yeah. for a game that really doesn't benefit from difficulty, it sure decided to put in some difficult shit in that run. Like, really, one of the best parts of the game is when you literally can't lose. But I'm not gonna talk too specific about that, because if there's a single person left in the world who hasn't played through and the Halo knows everything about it through Let's Plays and shit, then I don't want to spoil it for you. You should probably go play it though. I can't really say if it's overrated or not, because it's so overexposed, but it's still a good game. I knew the bee animation beggars here. Yeah, it's not exactly new. They're kind of been here all this time, and were last stream too. Do you believe in ghosts? I've never seen them. I have no reason to believe in them. Guess it would be kind of cool if they existed, because it meant that there was some form of afterlife. But yeah, I don't believe in that either, or disbelieve in it, because I haven't died yet, so I can't really have an opinion on it. Which is why I can't have an opinion on ghosts. Because if ghosts exist, then they are either very good at hiding, or they just cannot be seen until you die anyway, so what's the point of ghosts? Have you stopped doing Minecraft videos? Essentially, yes. Might make a few more if it interests me, but yeah, and also do have plans of ending adventures just to be done with it. But yeah, I don't really have much interest in Minecraft anymore. One of the few videos I have planned for Minecraft is just a rant about how I don't like Minecraft anymore. Like, I like it, I just don't like it in its current state. I only play in the older versions around 1.8. How old are you? I'm 19. And I guess this is a follow-up to the ghost question, what if you actually see one? I don't know, I'd be willing to kind of question my idea of if ghosts are real or not. Of course, it would have to be more than just see one, because yeah, hallucinations is a thing, and all kinds of other things. Like, if I had a ghost and I could study it intently and just kind of deduct that yes, this is in fact a ghost, then of course I would believe in it. Same way I do with other things. But I've yet to see a ghost or hear one. Of course, if you heard a ghost, you probably wouldn't know it. And I'm out of water. And we're gonna almost be going for an hour anyway. I guess we'll go for an hour. Are you playing CSGO? Nope. I don't like first-person shooters in general. If they got guns, chances are I don't like it. Well, I mean, if like these military games like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty, that's really not my thing. Or Battlefield, I guess I should say, to throw in a game that doesn't suck in there. Well, I don't know if Counter-Strike sucks or not. COD is terrible though, everyone knows that. Will Lawrence appear in your future videos when you have fought your depression? I count on it. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I intend to put him in. Probably gonna change things up and actually give him a voice too, instead of just having him talk in text. Final Fantasy fan? No, never played it. Not played any of them. Not very much for turn-based games either. Like, maybe some of them are okay, but generally I'm more of a real-time person. Well, of course there are always exceptions. There's probably also some military-style game I like. I just haven't found it yet, and don't really feel inclined to look. How do you feel about fans who try to contact you, whether it be for emotion support or collabs? It depends on what they're contacting me about and who they are and what all that kind of stuff. Like, the emotional support thing doesn't usually work because I just don't feel it's genuine. I feel like you gotta have more of a connection with someone to actually be able to excuse me, generally feel bad for them, genuinely feel bad for them. But I don't know. I know I apparently have less empathy than usual. I mostly really feel empathy towards people I like. Not exclusively though. There are some strangers that I feel empathy towards, but I don't know. I'm probably just a hypocrite on that matter. Everyone's a hypocrite, and if they say they're not, then they're a hypocrite. Nothing. More shit. Because I've practically been lying down for this entire stream. I'm gonna try to sit up for the last few minutes. Honestly, a lot of people giving emotional support probably just want to see some animations. Yeah, I think so too. I think a reason that you usually show support for a YouTuber is A, because you genuinely feel a connection to them, whether it's justified or not, or B, you just I think it's gonna make it easier for them to make more stuff for you. Because I mean, YouTubers are ultimately usually just dispensers of content, which is alright. There are those rare ones that just try to really like get their personality out there and want enough to make sure that you can actually get to know them as people on some level just by watching their videos. But usually I think they're either fooling themselves or just trying to get more videos out of them. When you broke Lawrence's leg in your top 10 mass characters video, did you mean to do it or was it an accident? It was an accident. My reaction was genuine there. I mean, not the talking because it came afterwards, but me just looking on like, oh fuck, I want to reverse time. That was very genuine because such a stupid ass thing to do. I wasn't gonna slam him down hard. I was just gonna like slam it down slowly and then speed it up afterwards, but I forgot. So I realized only at the very last second that, oh shit, I need to do this more slowly, and by that time there was already a collision. Still really hate myself for that. His leg is still sitting loosely, so I can't really do anything with it now. He just sits there as a statue. While there are also people who have a desire to help others, no matter who the other person is. Helping others help themselves a lot of the time. Yeah, I know there are people like that. I know people like that, even in my pretty narrow circle of friends. I don't personally understand it, but I guess it's possible. I just think that not everyone are like that, and not everyone who shows support or whatever you want to call it. And I am a pretty cynical person. I kind of assume the worst of people usually. Would you like to have more friends? I guess I would like to have one more, just because we're trying to play Dungeons and Dragons, which is not really easy to do on 3 people. Because then you got 1 game master and 2 people in your party. You can't have a party of 2. You need a party of at least 3 people. So it would be nice if we were 4 in total. But otherwise I'm pretty happy with the amount. And if it wasn't for Dungeons and Dragons, I would have been happy with just 1 friend. Or maybe none. From what I remember, I was perfectly fine with no friends, but I wouldn't want to lose my friends now. I like them. It's kind of thing about friends. Do you regret leaving high school? Nope. Not for a moment. It was a terrible place. The only real upside of it is of staying would have been that I got that friggin' grades, and then I could move on to university and all this shit, just so I could get this requirements for getting a job. And the jobs you get from that is not really jobs I want. I want jobs like this, or other like creative stuff, like making games or writing books, or just something that you don't really get a grade for in school, and if you do, it's a useless degree. So I don't regret it. It sucked. There was no purpose to it. It was only getting me down, only serving to get me deeper into my depression. High school is a whack. It's basically putting us in a prison. I don't know. Prisons are a bit more monotone. It's more of an indoctrination center. Because I have yet to have a teacher who could stay unbiased on any matter except for math, which is basically the most objective thing in the universe. I haven't had a single history teacher or religious teacher who wasn't trying to force down an agenda down my throat. Like, students are taught to listen to what the teachers say as if it's just true always, which I think is pretty harmful. Like, at least in my schools, there's just a lot of like stuff about source criticism, or like being suspicious of sources and stuff, but it's never about the school. They're always great. I nominated Willcraft to be teacher. I don't think I would be a good teacher just because I don't like kids. I don't really know what I would teach. I guess I could teach like community knowledge or something. I think I could do one of those source suspicion classes, because I actually think that I'm pretty suspicious of any source, including myself. How do you feel about 2D animators like Odd Ones Out, Jaden Animations, or Domix? I am subscribed to 2 of those, not Domix, but Jaden Animations and Odd Ones Out. I think they do really good stuff. I find their videos funny and well drawn, and they're fun people. Especially Jaden. I'm favoring her. She kind of seems like a, like in a way I can relate to her in an opposite way. Like she has been in a similar situation to me, except she went the opposite direction. I feel like a lot of people go through that, where they get to the point in their life when they don't really know how to move on, and because they just can't stand themselves, and then they either reach the point which most people, including her, get to, where they start to live for other people, just staying alive so they can help other people, and not wanting to kill themselves because it would be a trouble to other people and that kind of stuff. Or they could do like me and just start loving themselves and hate everyone else. Not quite, but it's basically. I think I ended up in the selfish part of the spectrum on that issue. Oh, now they're going by fast, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff that seem to be interesting. School doesn't even teach us the basics of living in this cruel world. Nope. I have yet to see a school that teaches how to do your taxes, or like, I'm thinking like home economics school or whatever it's called. We were never taught to like the basics of cooking. We just cooked different meals without really picking up a knowledge of how to do it. We didn't learn how to clean our clothes or wash dishes or that kind of shit. Like stuff you need to do in your life. That's not something you do, but the amount of people that died in the Holocaust, you gotta know that. Fuck school. If your main source of knowledge is from school, then you suck. Self-study for the win. You can still be in school, just make sure that you learn things outside of school. Do you like Sly Cooper? I do, very much. It's my it used to be my favorite game franchise. Now I don't have any in particular, but as a kid I fucking loved those games, and I still like them very much. I saw you liked Jaden's face revealing. Hey, can people see my likes? Or did you see my comment or something? I don't know. But I think you two would make amazing friends. I don't know about that. I think I'm a bit too negative and just overall cynical and unpleasant to be around. Who knows though? I don't think we'll ever find out. If we do, then we can discuss that at that time. Yeah, she's one of the people I would be interested in meeting, but I don't want to meet her because I just think that it would not go well. I do realize that I'm not a very nice person by most standards. Not my own though. I'm a decent person by my own standard, but that's kind of how people go. If you don't meet your own standards for a decent person, chances are you're gonna change yourself or your standards. Now I'm missing things here. Gotta catch up. Do you live alone or do you live with your family currently? I live with my family still. I am old enough to move, but not really old enough for it to be a viable option. Well, and that is a lucrative option. Like, especially with my depression, I'm just not able to function in a household of my own currently. I don't think that would go very, very well. And also the general situation with housing in Sweden is terrible, so chances are I'm gonna move to another country. I got my eyes set on the Netherlands, but their housing situation isn't that great either. It's better, but not as great. I think I would fit in the Netherlands because they are apparently more rude, that is to say more blunt and honest, and I value that. I love honesty, I love bluntness, I don't like tiptoeing around shit. Say what you want to say and then be done with it. Not to worm around it and waste everyone's time. That mindset makes me pretty rude by Swedish standards. I find it funny though. I would like to meet you one day. You're in a way meeting me right now. A pretty indirect way though. Money is always an issue to everyone. Yep, that's life for you. So many paywalls. Not enough grinding spots. Unless you have rich parents. Yeah, that's true. If you ever got the chance to go to a convention, would you? Depends on the convention, maybe. And also where it is. Like, I hate traveling, so if it's too far away, then fuck no. Especially flying. Like, I'm okay with boats, I guess, but I haven't really been on that many. But flying is terrible. Especially the fucking tolls. Or whatever they're called. Security checks is what it is. More importantly, would you cosplay? I guess I would dress up in my Willcraft outfit. I mean, that otherwise it would be kind of detrimental to my alter ego. Or whatever it's called. Secret identity, I guess. What country do you currently live in? I live in Sweden. Not a great place. Not the worst. Could have been better though. It used to be better. I have, in my very limited lifespan, seen it go downhill. Which is kind of worrying. I will have third part of national test next week. What do you think about Swedish schools for immigrants? I think this is a terrible idea. I mean, if you are seriously taking in so many immigrants and they are getting assimilated so poorly that you need special schools for them, then reconsider your immigration policies. I mean, that is basically what Sweden is about right now. We have terrible, terrible problems with our immigration, and we're not doing anything about it. Some say it's because it's racist, and some say it's because it's just too lucrative for the upper class. I think both are right. I've seen some pretty convincing arguments as to how this shitty immigration situation is helping nobody except for a few set people which have interest in keeping it up. Have you ever encountered an SJW? Actually, my high school was basically an SJW school. So pretty much everyone had dyed hair and pretty feminist leftist views. So I have been to class with them. That's actually I'm definitely gonna do a video of that at some point. But there was all kinds of crazy shit going on there. There was actually a like, for instance, at one point during a class, just for no reason, one of the students shouted out that if men and women were paid equally, women would no longer get paid for the rest of the year now. Because wage gap. It's been disproven over and over, but no wage gap. Bleh. 77 cents on the dollar. What do you use to live stream? I use OBS. It's what seemed best, and so far it is. It seems pretty handy. Still gotta get better at it though, because the whole the resolution is not good. I keep coming back to this, but the live chat window is pissing me off because it's not in the core. Let's see. What do you plan on doing for future videos once you beat your depression and return to YouTube? My current focus, well, my current intention is pretty diverse content. Like I'm interested in doing reviews of things like games and movies. Probably not books. I don't read enough for that, but those two at least. And I'm interested in doing like these stories about my life, kind of like Odd Ones Out and Jane and do, except not really as animated, because I mean I do have some friends that draw, so I would ask them to help me out, and if they wanted we could do that. Probably not really animated as much though, but I think I got some fun stuff to tell. Not really sure if I should say that I lead a very interesting life, but I've had interesting moments at least. And I'm also interested in doing videos on like political stuff like that. Just stuff in general. I do also hope to do animations that are not like Minecraft, but just purely my own. But then I need to actually be good at that, so I'm practicing now, but that's going very slowly. So don't expect animations from me anytime soon, especially not original stuff, which I hope to do. Have you seen any fights in your school days? I've been in fights in my school days, like in prime school. Well, I'm not sure if that's the name. I'm not good at the English terms, but like when I was younger, like around I don't know, 10, 11, 8, around that range. Then I was in fights a lot, especially with one kid who was pretty fucked in the head. I don't have very much memories of that stuff. I just remember that it happened a lot. I was a very violent kid, and he was too. Not a good combo. I'm going to try my no-life question again. What are your thoughts on steam locomotives? Yeah, I missed that last time, I think. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I mean, not really much of a trains person. Not very much about vehicles in general. Like my biggest impression of steam locomotives comes from like movies and games and stuff, and they can be cool there. I've seen some pretty neat looking fantasy trains and shit like that, but nah, not really have much of an opinion on trains. Have you tried making a Discord server? I'm not really sure about what Discord is. I hear it's kind of like Skype, but it doesn't suck as much, which is appealing to me, but I don't know. I might check it out at some point, but I'm doing baby steps, starting off with shitty YouTube streaming, and working my way up to something good. What else do we got? And now we went pretty quiet here. Yeah. Oh, we actually gone over 1 hour. Oh, that's nice. I lost track of time. That means I actually had fun for a while. It was kind of my purpose here. I don't care about entertaining you guys. I guess I kind of do. But it's mostly for myself at this point. I kind of like this type of stream. I'm glad you do. Because that means that you will watch them. That's kind of what I'm all about. Making stuff for people to watch. Discord is Skype minus the video portion, just chat and talking. It sounds like it could be. Like from what I've heard people use it for, it might be useful for some kind of stuff, but I don't really see what I would do with it currently. Imagine doing this but with a lot of more subscribers. Yeah. For such a big channel I have very little like channel activity, which is kind of, I mean, it's nice to have so many people in the way that my videos get noticed by YouTube's shitty algorithms, but it's not nice because I want people who actually are interested in what I do, not so much because I kind of like think it's worth being interested in, as much as I think that if you're here, you better be here because you want to be here, and not just be here in the form of some numbers and just be dead weight on the channel. Still hoping to kind of get the whole Monster School fandom out of here somehow. because I think that's a lot of the dead weight, and I just completely ignore all of these videos. But I am not in the state to shoo them off yet, because I know the only way of doing that is actually make a Monster School video as a finale thing, which I think I mentioned already, but I doubt anyone here has actually watched that video where I did that. I think it was the last stream, but I don't know, my memory is all fucked. One good thing about your streams not having many people in it is that comments don't go by so fast for you to read them. Yeah, that is good. So probably the biggest upside of having a pretty small fan base. I mean, I may have a lot of subscribers, but I have a very small fan base, which is nice, at least currently. I don't have to enable that freaking super chat thing, which I'm not enough of a whore to enable yet. But if it turns out to be a viable option, then I don't know. I like money. My principles only take me so far. But currently there is no need for you to do that shit. Maybe there never will be. I don't know. I mean, you have my amount of subscribers. I expected more people in the chat. Yeah, like I have, that's what I was saying, like I have very little people who are actually interested in anything I do except Monster School, and even then I don't know how many of them are like subscribed but don't know about my channel anymore or something like that. Like I just have a lot of dead weight, and I don't like that. I want my number of subscribers and viewers actually reflect like the number of people who are interested in what I do. If I have 600,000 subscribers, I want those to be 600,000 people who are interested in what I do and are hopefully also interesting people. Otherwise, I would rather have, I don't know, 30 subscribers, which is kind of what we average here in my streams. This is really the best way I have, this is really like the best system I have to go on to see how many people I actually have that are interested in doing my stuff. I know it's not a perfect system. I mean, not everyone is on YouTube right now to watch the stream, and they're probably also watching some of them also probably watching something more interesting, etc, etc. I'm rambling. I'm gonna try to stop. Have all the Monster Schoolers get killed. That'll be a grand finale. I have considered it actually, or at least do a thing like at least afterwards where I just destroy the entire Monster School universe. Don't know if I'll do that though. That'll just be more to animate. I just want to be done with it with as little effort as possible, because it's not worth my effort. This is as far as I'm doing. I think I'm gonna wrap this up now. We've been going on for over an hour. And I'm out of water and my throat is getting dry. I don't wanna fetch more of them or whatever. I guess I'll stay for a few more minutes just because, I don't know. Feels like we're finally getting shit going here. Just like those FNAF channels. I don't really know what you're referring to, but those still exist? Like, I've really like... In my mind, FNAF doesn't exist anymore. It's been thrown into an alternate timeline from the past or something. I don't know. Just get the Monster Schoolers graduate. Yeah, that's kind of the idea I have. Like just a video where they all graduate, and then it's just a big fucking message like, hey, this is the last episode. Don't ever come back if you're only here for this shit. Something like that. Wholly a bit more refined though. What is your definition of cringe? Cringing to me is a sensation similar to shuddering, but not quite. Usually induced by a second-hand response to something like second-hand pain or embarrassment or whatever. People who just use cringe all over the place, fuck those people. Don't overuse words, they lose their meaning. was good being here. Thanks later. Yes, later, Zeb. I'm probably never gonna remember you. My memory is shit. I'm pretty sure I've seen some of you before, but I'm not sure. I want to end this now, but I want a note to end it on. I'm kind of upset with that. I can't just end something right away. The proper conclusion. But how do you conclude something without any kind of direction? I hope you will remember me, because I will also remember you. That sounds a bit too romantic for my liking. Are you an introvert? I think it's pretty evident from my overall behavior. Just a freaking antisocial misanthrope. Don't like people, don't like hanging around them except for a select few people. And if I'm going to hang around people, I prefer it being over the internet, like right now. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound gay. It's cool, I'm just teasing you. We're having a bit of fun right now. We're horsing around. How fast is this delay? I have no idea. I tested it, more like trying to see, like when trying out this live chat thing, trying to put it in the corner, just see how if it actually worked. And I think there's like a 5-second delay. The delay is as fast as the stream is ending. That is not true. I did not end this 5 seconds ago. Nor am I ending it in 5 seconds. Now I feel like doing it just because. I think I'm already out of time though. I can't tell though because I don't have. Oh yeah, I have a timer. Yeah, I'm really getting tired. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep myself in a freaking. Try to put a leech in myself, so when it hits 1 minute and 24 minutes, I'm just gonna 1 hour and 24 minutes. I'm just gonna stop, no matter what I'm doing, even if I'm mid-sentence. So, what time is it over there? It's almost 9. That's not what why I'm tired though. I'm just tired because I sleep too poorly. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna take any more questions because we're almost out of time. Probably need to set more artificial restraints to me. I don't do well when left to my own devices about deciding time and shit like that. Okay. Bye everyone. This was kind of nice, I guess. I hope you kind of enjoyed it. I guess I'm less bored now than when I started, so that's a good thing. So yeah, bye.